Good morning, children. You're welcome in the class of social science. We were learning lesson number 3, Nationalism in India, and today we are going to continue with our video number 4. We were learning about the nationalism which was prevalent in our country during the British rule. How the leaders they tried to encourage or inspire the younger generation, the youths of our country, as well as each and every individual of India, and slowly and gradually, even after the opposite or contradictory attempts of the British, the Indians were going on uniting, and the feature of nationalism, brotherhood, the feeling of brotherhood was going on increasing. There's yet another topic to study about it, national education. The third feature associated with the Swadeshi or the boycott movement was the national education. Students took an active part in the Bang Bang movement. We have seen how the youth, they were so much instigated and inspired by the new role played by the National Congress, Indian National Congress. As a result, many punitive actions such as levying fine or expelling students from the school or college were taken by the government. Now, since the youth had already started participating, the government now, the British government now, we can say must be very much worried or must be feeling insecure. And so they started levying fines or expelling students from the school or college. That means they used to rusticate them, expel them from the school or college if they participated in that movement. This called for an optional arrangements of national schools and colleges for the students. So in fact, it proved to be a boon for the Indian students. They started participating or started taking admissions in the schools which were created by the which were established by the government. By the we can say Swadeshi schools. So national schools and colleges were established. In 1907 CE, 25 national secondary schools and 300 national primary schools became functional in Bengal itself, so that they can accommodate more number of students. Understood? Rabindranath Tagore started Vishwa Bharati School in Shanti Niketan in 1901 CE. The British government failed in subsidizing the Bang Bang movement. So, with the establishment of Vishwa Bharati University, many students could get education under the we can say guidance of great poet and writer Mr. Rabindranath Tagore, and the British all the attempts failed. So this failed to subsidize the Bang Bang movement, and finally the British government had to cancel the partition of Bengal in the year 1911 CE. It was a historical and a memorable victory of the people of Bengal that was achieved through peaceful and non-violent means. So we can say this was the first victory of the Indians against the British in a very calm and composed way, in a non-violent way. The British government, who had passed the partition of Bengal, had to roll back that decision, and in 1911 British government decided not to partition the Bengal or to cancel the decision. It was a historical and memorable victory for the country on a whole. The Vishwa Bharati Vidyalaya, started in Shanti Niketan by Rabindranath Tagore, was conferred the status of Central Vishwa Bharati University in the year 1951 CE. Central Vishwa Bharati University, I hope you understand, it was a college, or we can say a university by itself, as we call Gujarat University, like that. Here the students are taught to become self-reliant and proper conduct of behavior for a good life. So this university, started by Rabindranath Tagore, still is there, and still students study in that university. Let us see the new phase now in this chapter, rise of extremists. There were two categories of we can say Indian fighters or freedom fighters. One amongst them were extremists, and the other were moderates. Extremists believe in getting the freedom by hook or by crook, by any means which was available to them. Leaders like Dadabhai Naorozi, Surendranath Banerjee, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Feroz Shah Mehta believed in acquiring political rights through constitutional measures. They were known as the moderates, since they had adopted a moderate attitude as per the trend of the time. What is the meaning of moderate? The word itself suggests that they were calm, composed, and they did not want to fight against the Britishers. Definitely they wanted freedom for our country, independence for our country, but not in an extreme way. The moderates prepared a strong ground for national awakening by uniting the educated middle class. They sowed the seeds of self-rule, equality, democracy, freedom in the minds of Indians. So these were the people, they tried to inculcate the feelings of self-rule, equality, democracy and freedom in the young minds, in the youths of India. The outcome of their work formed a group of Indian youth who were enthusiastic, awakened and confident. So we can say they also wished the same, that is freedom for our nation, independence for our country. It is just their ways and means were different. Then there were moderate leaders. These all the pictures which I've shown you, Dadabhai Naorozi, Surendranath Banerjee, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, all these are moderate leaders. In contrast to the moderate ideology, in opposite to them, there was a group of three leaders, Lala Lajpat Rai from Punjab, who was called Lal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak from Maharashtra, who was called Bal, and Bipin Chandra Pal from Bengal, who was known as Pal. So there was a team of these three, we can say, trio, Lal, Bal and Pal. These leaders wanted to acquire the self-rule not as a favor but as their right. They followed the policy of aggression and revolution and hence they were called extremists. Now you understood the difference. Moderate leader वो होते हैं जो आराम से ठंडे दिमाग से काम करके and they wanted to achieve freedom. And these extremist leader, इनको लगता था कि हमारा देश है, हमारा राज होना चाहिए. Why should the Britishers come and rule over our country? And who are they to tell us what should we do? So they wanted to acquire the independence with a very, they used aggressive mode. Okay, so that is why they were called extremists. The extremists, first amongst them we will learn about Lokmanya Tilak. He was born in 1856 and he died in 1920. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, popularly known as Lokmanya Tilak, was a prominent extremist leader. Why did he gain? Why was he called Lokmanya? लोगों को से माना गया, लोग उनको अपना नेता मानते थे. That's why he was called Lokmanya when he grew up. He gave the slogan Swarajya is my birthright and I shall have it. स्वराज्य मेरा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है और मैं उसे पाकर रहूंगा. This was the slogan given by him. He started the celebration of Ganesh Chaturthi and Shivaji Jayanti. He started two newspapers, namely Kesari in Marathi and Maratha in English. Its impact was noteworthy. Whatever activities he performed, its impact, उसका जो impact था लोगों पे, it was very very much noteworthy. He played an important role in the Home Rule movement in 1916 CE. So he was a very prominent leader. बहुत लोग उनकी बहुत इज्जत करते थे, उनकी बात बहुत मानते थे, and he played a very important role in the Home Rule movement in 1916. Let us think, why did Lokmanya Tilak start the celebration of Ganesh Chaturthi and Shivaji Jayanti? Can anyone answer? Try to answer that. Next among these extremist leaders was Lala Lajpat Rai. He was also born in 1856 and Lala Lajpat Rai became popular as Punjab Kesari or Sher-e Punjab. Sher, you understand, right? The Lion of Punjab. He was badly beaten in a lathi charge while protesting against the Simon Commission and it became the reason for his. He was protesting against we can say again a different act of the Britishers, act which was imposed by the Britishers to again suppress the Indians. So he was beaten very badly by in a lathi charge, and that blow from the lathi hit his head, and he died there. And it became the reason for his death. He quoted, "The government which attacks its own innocent subjects has no claim to be called a civilized government." What does this mean? The government which attacks its own innocent subjects, जो अपने ही लोगों को, innocent लोगों को मारते हैं, पिटाई करते हैं उनकी, okay, they cannot be called a civilized government. Bear in mind, such a government cannot survive for long. So this is what he said, that such government who keeps beating their own innocent subjects, अपने खुद के ही innocent लोगों को मारती है, that cannot be called civilized government. अच्छी या पढ़ी लिखी government उसको नहीं बोला जा सकता. And bear in mind, that means he asked the people to remember that such government cannot survive for long. I declare that the blows struck at me will be the last nail in the coffin of the British rule in India. So before dying, he said the words that I declare that the blows from the lathi, जो लाठी चार्ज हुआ उनके ऊपर, struck at me will be the last nail. Oh, that blow worked as a last nail in the coffin of the British rule in India. What is the coffin? Anyone knows? Coffin is the we can say box in which the we can say Christians, they bury the dead body in. Okay, so he said that the British rule is now going to die. उसको हमने coffin तैयार कर लिया है, और ब्रिटिशर्स ने ये जो लाठी चार्ज किया वो एक लास्ट नेल था वो coffin बंद करने का. अब ब्रिटिशर्स को इंडिया से जाने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता. Understood everyone? Next is Bipin Chandra Pal. He was born in 18 and he died in 1932. Bipin Chandra Pal was one among the trio of Lal, Bal and Pal. Initially, he came in contact with Brahma Samaj. He started a weekly New India and a newspaper, Vande Mataram. The British government accused him of provoking the youngsters in violent activities. Provoking means inspiring the youngsters in violent activities or revolutionary activities. He was in favor of acquiring Swarajya through a revolution. He also was one amongst those who believed that Swarajya should be given to Indians because it is their right. Next is establishment of Muslim League in the year 1906. The British had adopted the policy of divide and rule. Nationalism was growing at a quick pace in India, and the Britishers found it necessary to break the national unity. Now, because the Britishers had already adopted the policy of divide and rule, nationalism was growing at a quick pace, very quickly in India. And the Britishers found that it is necessary to break this national unity, because if they do not do so, what would happen? They had already guessed it. They were already insecure that gradually the British rule will come to an end in India. They could successfully convince a group of Muslim leaders into forming the Muslim League. It was formed in Dhaka in 1906 CE. The religious head of Muslims, Aga Khan, Nawab of Dhaka, Salimullah Khan, Viceroy Minto, and his private secretary Dunlop Smith played a vital role, very important role in the establishment of Muslim League. So there was a Muslim community formed, and ये Britishers की एक साजिश थी. We already know that they wanted to divide and rule over our country. So they helped the Muslims to establish their own different group. Okay, and Viceroy Minto and his private secretary Dunlop Smith, they played a very important role to frame this Muslim League, so that the Muslims will be a different community and they will not get any support from the Hindus. And in the same way, they wanted Hindus also to form a different group. What will happen if two different groups are formed? Obviously, both the groups will keep on fighting in the name of community, and communal violence will spread. Next was Home Rule Movement in the year 1916. Between 1916 and 1918, when the World War I was closing, prominent Indians like Joseph Baptista, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, G.S. Kapde, Sir S. Subramania Iyer, and the leader of the Theosophical Society, Annie Besant. They decided to organize a national alliance of leagues across India specifically to demand home rule or self-government within the British Empire for all in India. So see, different communities were forming different groups. We saw that how the Britishers themselves helped the Muslims to form a different group. And what happened? These the prominent leaders from all over India, they decided to bring all these groups together and to organize a national alliance of leagues. National alliance of leagues मतलब सारे groups एक साथ मिलकर, सारे leaders सब ग्रुपों के मिलकर एक साथ जब ब्रिटिशर्स से होम रूल या सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट मांगेंगे तो ब्रिटिशर्स मना नहीं कर पाएंगे. During this time, Tilak was conferred with the title Lokmanya. Annie Besant wrote various articles in the weekly The Commonweal and in the daily New India. So, understood everyone? Annie Besant, she wrote various articles, and Lokmanya, he played a very important role to help Indians understand that this should not be, or united, if we are not united, the Britishers will take advantage of Indians. Annie Besant appealed to the government to share administrative powers and grant the home rule to India at the earliest. Indian National Congress and the Muslim League supported the home rule movement. समझ में आया? This movement, home rule movement, सारे home का मतलब India. इंडिया के सारे डिफरेंट कम्युनिटी के जो भी ग्रुप्स थे, जितने भी ग्रुप्स बनाए गए थे, इवन इफ विद द हेल्प ऑफ ब्रिटिश या अपने आप, all these groups, they joined hands together and that came to be called, or they all supported this home rule movement. Home मतलब हमारा खुद का रूल, हमारा घर का, home मतलब इंडिया के रूल का ये मूवमेंट उन्होंने बनाया था, so that everybody would participate in that. Annie Besant was kept in house arrest at Uttaka Mandalam, that is Ooty, by the British government. So because she was the one helping the Indians, so she was also kept as a punishment. She was kept under house arrest. अपने खुद के घर में उसको बंद कर दिया. Demonstrations and protests were launched at various places in India, and finally the British had to set her free. Because she was imprisoned, अपने खुद के घर में उसको बंद कर दिया था, तो demonstrations हर जगह उसके खिलाफ चालू हो गए, and ultimately the British government had to set her free. उसको छोड़ देना पड़ा. Annie Besant was the first female to be selected as the president of the Indian National Congress session held at Kolkata in December in the year 1917. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you, children.